Alright, so that was a first fire up on this thing with the new exhaust I built. That's a Hooker Max Slow 4-inch in and out muffler, and we had to do a bunch of pie cuts and everything to get this to come. It had to come out and kind of rise up and then go down and under and then back up, so the hood, the rail on the hood would close right here, and then you know, come down through here and then snake down between there, turn under, and then I think I showed the bottom of the car before. But anyway, it's a little louder than I thought it was going to be. I think it might be idled up a little bit. It hasn't been tuned. I don't think. It may have a bass tune in it or something, but anyway, that was first fire up with it. Somebody wanted to hear it run, so that's it running. And I ran out of wrap. I'm going to finish wrapping it, but I wanted to do the part that went down by the engine. I want to get all that wrapped up before, you know, first and foremost. So that part can stay, and then, you know, V-band here, V-band there, and then this section will come out, and then there's a V-band by the transmission, and then this section will come out, so it all is removable, easily removable from the car. That's how I like to do them. This was really the first time I've done this many pie cuts to get something, and I don't know, I guess it kind of looks bad. I don't know. I don't know. It works. It fits, the hood closes and everything, so it's and the exhaust is now under the car. So hopefully he'll like it. Like I say, this is a 408 that actually I think Michael built at the dyno. I think their machine shop, they built this engine. So it's a 408. I don't even know what heads it has on it. 820. Okay, so it's 821, so it's a rec port head. And then, like I say, it's 88 millimeter turbo. So the hood closes, and the exhaust is on the car, which is what he wanted, and it has a muffler on it. So I think we accomplished all that. The other thing was he's got a little, the wastegate's there under the turbo. You can see it right there. And they were saying they were having issues with control or something. He bought a 60 millimeter to put on it, but I don't know. I want to get it together and try it before I go cutting and fitting a 60 on it. So we, you know, went ahead and got this built. And I mean, this took a while, you know, to get everything fit, but buying that chop saw thing that holds your port band and makes it a chop saw really helped with doing this. A lot of these most of these right in here were cut by hand, free-handed, with a cutoff wheel, so that's why they look like that, I guess. But anyway, it fits. It's not, you know, I wish I could make it look better, and I wish I was a better fabricator, but, you know, I guess it's time, practice, and patience or something, and I don't have that last one. So anyway, it's on there. Hopefully he'll like it, and then, you know, once all this is over, you won't see any of that stuff. So we'll polish it and put the finish. I'll get some more wrap. We'll finish wrapping it for him, and then he's getting a vintage air kit, so there's going to be a plate on the firewall there, and we won't have this intake heater anymore. So somebody else is doing that. That is not me. Thank the Lord. So anyway, that's the update on this one. I think that's about all I was supposed to do on this one. Well, other than he did want me to do the wastegate, but I mean, if it is problematic, then I'll change it for him. But I've never had problems controlling one with that wastegate, so I don't know if it's in the PIDs, how they have it set up in the Holly, or what. But one of the reasons I don't think it's a problem is because they said that it would only, one way they could only get it to make 8 pounds of boost, and then the other way, I don't know. If you can put it in a position where it only makes 8 pounds of boost, then it's controlling. So I haven't pulled the file or anything to look at how the tune is on it. Again, Michael's going to be the one tuning it and everything. So I assume it's going to him after this and get it tuned. And then the air conditioner. If the air conditioner hadn't been there, it would have been nice to have relocated the turbo and had everything. It would have been nicer, cleaner, and tidier. If the turbo was forward facing right here and the exhaust went down like that. But sometimes you gotta deal with what you're dealt. And I do not like this placement. I don't think he really did either. But the reality of it is, where are you going to put it? I mean, there's really nowhere else to put it. As large as this engine bay is, there's really just not a lot of places to put it. I thought about maybe putting it back here or something, but anyway, the hot side and cold side's already done, and it just needed an exhaust. So this was the path of least resistance, and it's on ethanol too, so that might be why it's idled so high. The cooler temperatures and whatnot. So again, and I haven't looked at tuning. I don't think it's really tuned. I don't really know. So he wanted me to drive it down the road, and we drove it down the road, and he's like, "Man, you didn't get on it." And I'm like, "Well, number one, you said it wasn't tuned, and then number two, you were saying there was a problem with boost issues. So I'm certainly not about to put your car on the wood going up the road and tearing something up. That's just not good practice. If it's not right, you don't go out and beat on it, because that's when you end up with trophies of broke pistons and bent rods and holes in the block. So I was not about to get into boost and see what this thing could do, because like I say, you just don't do that in a boosted power adder application, because you'll end up with broke parts. So anyway, that's it for this one. Next, we got another what do you call it, an OBS truck. I know nothing about those trucks, but anyway, it's a turbo LS, so it's here, and it's a Gen 3, and Michael built the truck, my dyno guy, so it was his personal truck, and it has a Gen 3 5.3, and he was telling me he made 683 or something with it, and I think it has one of the Elgin cams in it, one of the sloppy whatever cam, stage 2 or something. I don't know. I never ran those, but we were trying to start it to pull it off the trailer. I'll see if you can see it from up in the hill here. We tried to start it and get it off the trailer so we didn't have to push. You can see it, and there it is right there, that white one. I don't know what year it is, but we were trying to start it and get it off the trailer, and the daggum, it wouldn't start, and the starter was still engaged in the flex plate. So I had another starter from that 4.8 marketplace motor. We put it on there, and then it turned over. I tried it by hand first, and it turned over, and then with the new starter on it turned over once or twice, and then it stopped. And so I was like, well, we need to pull the plugs on it. So I pulled the plugs, and number 5 on the driver's side was closed off. The spark plug was closed off. All the plugs were black. And then I got over on this side, the opposite cylinder 6, I believe it is, and number 6, as soon as I pulled the plug out, it was like a garden hose coming out the cylinder. So I guess that injector stuck open, so we didn't go anymore. I've got another Gen 3 5.3 out back that I sold to him, and I told him that between that engine and this engine, I can get something together for him and get this thing back going, so he can get to drive it and abuse it some more. So anyway, this is next on the chopping block. Still, well, he got the converter and transmission done for this thing, so this one's getting a transmission next. So I'll probably do this one next, and then somebody brought me a trailer to weld a tongue on it, so I did that the other day. But anyway, that's it for now.